we start to broadcast our live podcast on 828 UK with beautiful girls. It's Shugyla Sagynbekova from English Comedy KZ and Anel Asher. And me, unfortunately, or in happiness, I don't know, Michael Swetly. Yeah. So, life isn't really built from years. It is built from moments that disappears or appear for a second, but stay with us forever. A smile from a stranger, or, for example, a sudden love with friends, a view that make us stop and breathe. Today we talk about this feeling moment. Why they matter, why they shape us, and why they never truly disappear. So, Sugar and Anel, we have some different under topics to our main topic, and we'll have some different questions and talk about these different topics. Yeah. So the first one, the art of noticing small things. As we know, sometimes we can feel details like sacred codes. For example, my father give me a candy every time after hospital. Or maybe my mom meet me after school every day. And in one case, it's something like, okay, it's okay, just father, just mother, meet me, and it's okay for everybody. But for other type of people, it could be something miracle, and they can don't like in the same time, but in some years, maybe after 20 years of their lives, they can say, oh, it was very magic moment. Why I don't feel it that days? Why? So, the first question is, have you ever had a moment where it wasn't the event, but a detail, a smell, a sound, a gesture that stayed in your memory forever?
Well, I'd like to start. In my case, it most likely was an event, but it happened. It was not planned. So I took a train. I was going back to Karaganda from Astana. It was like a general 2-hour train. But after an hour, I found out that I confused the trains, and I took absolutely wrong train. And I didn't understood, like, when the train employers, right? I don't know how they call in English. In Russian, it's проводники. I'm not really sure how they called, like, train guys or someone.
Transfer guides.
Transport guys?
Transfer guides. Like guides.
Guides. Oh, yes, transfer guides. Okay. Well, I was not that far. I called them train guides. So okay. And when they were announcing, like, we are starting our journey, blah blah blah. Of course, I was wearing my headphones and listening to some, like, Tame Impala or some, like, sad music, which I love listening when I'm on the road. So, and an hour after, I actually started realizing that, like, step looks different. Because I know this way from Astana to Karaganda quite well, and this time it looked different, and I was like, oh my god, what's happening? I went to the train, like, to the employers, and they were the employees, and they were like, hey, that's actually, you took the wrong train, and blah blah blah. But they were so kind, and they were so nice, and they helped me to get back to Astana. And it was like, I didn't stress. I could say that I had no stress. And to be honest with you, they were like, don't be afraid. We are going to help you. Everything is fine. And I absolutely believed them. And probably the most beautiful moment that they were so genuine and sincere. But here is a thing that probably, it was a small thing, that helped me to remember this moment forever was that before I took this very train, I was thinking about my job. Like, where do I want to work? What do I want to do? It was about 3 years ago. And when I realized that I took wrong train, and when I should be thinking about how to get back home, how to get back to Astana, I actually felt peace and understood that in this very wrong situation, I finally understood what I want. You know? So, yeah, I mean, it was so nice. I get back home. I didn't live in Astana yet. My friends, they met me at train station, and I went to Karahan the next day. And then just in a week after I returned to my job in Astana again because I was thinking to return to my job or not.
So one question is in this story, the main thing that we have is a train or friends.
Could you please repeat what?
I mean, the main thing in your story right now is train or your friends.
I could say that it's those transfer guys.
Okay. I just thought, I never think about, but I just think about, maybe train or not. Okay. Anel, what can you say?
Uh, okay. Actually, I've been thinking about the title, like Transport Guy. Actually, sounds so slay. Maybe it's even better than the original title. Yeah, I can remember something particular about such situation, but actually, I'm from a small town from Shuchins. That's near Burabai in Astana. It's about 3 hours away from Astana. But I miss my village too much sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I have that kind of flashback when I suddenly smell something or just something smell very familiar and I just reminisce, oh, that's my home. Or was something about with this smell. Just that's very strange because I can smell something and I can remember a particular moment of my life. Like, oh, that was the smell. I could actually could feel it when I was about 12 at my home. Something very strange. I can explain it to maybe. But another moment I miss very much is the sky. Sky in Shusha was different from Astana. Maybe it's just because of maybe pollution issues or something like that. But the sunset, sunrises were just so peaceful. I can't even imagine like this. Sometimes in Astana, that's very beautiful too. But I miss the sky of my home. That's something very. Maybe not too many people pay particular attention to it, but for me, that was the moment I realized that I'm not at home anymore. The sky is very different here. Yeah, that's all I think. Yeah.
How about you, Mikhail?
I remember the time when we had village village house, more better to say, in the south part of the region where I live there, next to Kazakhstan, and it was German district. German district, and I never think about it something like, wow, it's really nice second home besides city home. No, I always say, why we need to go to the village? No, I don't want to go in the field and take the potatoes and find the something like Beatles, Colorado. Why I need to go there every weekend? For what? I want to play with my friends outside of my apartments. Why I need to go there? But in some years I got one thing that, the smell of shit sometimes. I mean, there is a lot of farms, there is a lot of animals. So, and you just wake up in the morning and do big smell, like big breath, and smell something like, it's a great shit outside. And you say, yeah, this is what I want to smell every day, every morning. And after this, you go do something besides a toilet, cabin, in the woods. You know this shit. It's also smell not okay for everybody. And also in the evening time, already next to night time, when smell of pig shit, it's also something like a big charm of any village. Far village. So and yeah, after 10 years, I think that it was not bad time, but it was most of all breath time. Because clean air, you just take your bike and go somewhere without any problems with this type of breathtaking. And also you can go to forest or in a field or ride a horse, for example. It was a nice time, yeah.
I would like to add here that, I mean, at least it was, mostly like animal shit smell, right? That's the best part, because anytime it happened to me a couple of times when I was at a train station, or like when I was walking near to public toilets here in Kazakhstan, and I felt this smell, like a pee smell, like human pee smell.
No. It's another
And anytime when I smell it, I remember about my life in the US, and I'm like, well, I'm happy to be home. So it's different. So
it wasn't the smell.
yeah, I've been to village many times as well. To be honest with you, the animal shit smell is not that bad.
Yeah, it's another type of
Organic
harm.
It also guarantees you like good products. So like organic fruits, vegetables. So
Yeah.
But the village toilet is not the thing I miss. Not have some nostalgic about these sumo poses.
Okay, and after these examples from everybody who just sitting here, what do you think, or why do you think that sometimes unimportant details stay longer than big things in our minds? Why it happened? I mean, listen, in a year, 365 days. Mostly. Sometimes no. But most of all, 365 days. And sugar, it happened with a train some years ago for one day or 2 days. For one day.
it was like a couple of hours.
And you remember this? You remember? If I say about my little story about village and the smells there, so it was in the process like 10 years. So I remember because it was every month, every year, and not every day, but 10 years without stop. But in your case, one day. In another case, one day, or maybe not one day, maybe same 20 years, okay, or 15 years. So why it happened? Why unimportant for us things just more memorable?
Well, I believe it's because you associate them with something, right? In my case, it was associated. Well, first of all, it happened to me for the first time in my life. And it never happened again, right? And second of all, I made very important decision.
Okay. I mean, you can go to my village one day and go to my village house and smell this again, but you never will remember this.
I visited villages and I do know the smell. Moreover, again, whole my life I lived in Karaganda, and in Karaganda, there is like a chicken farm not so far, and because of some like wind circulations, right, wind movements, once in a while, almost every summer for a couple of days, we felt extremely awful chicken shit smell. We did, but I didn't make like any important decisions at this moment. So it was just like a background smell. That's it.
Okay. You go to Shushensk and you will see the beautiful sky. So will you remember the sky all your life? Or you say, oh no, I see better.
I would say, yeah, I might say better. I also might say that if it's all connected to some emotional moment, then yes, I will remember. If it was a trip with my friends, right, like with loved ones, but of course, like if there will no be emotional attachment, probably I will just forget it.
Anel, what do you think?
Yeah, just interesting because I can actually remember my childhood. Maybe only some small details, but I don't remember too much. Only some emotional pieces, maybe something that triggered me sometimes. Especially, I've been wondering why I forgot the names of my school teachers. Just it was just literacy because it passed only about 7, 8 years, but I spent with those people about 10 years. Yeah, at the same school, 11 years. But
Okay.
don't remember them in particular. That's kind of strange. Maybe they wasn't too important, but I still remember some small details. Maybe my favorite part of the school where we spent time with my classmates. Maybe the trees, the apple trees behind our school. But I don't remember my teachers. Yeah, sorry for this. Maybe if someone is hearing right now, but maybe it depends on the for our emotional triggers.
So one short decision can change a whole life path. So, for example, Sugar the day could go not in a train, not a train station. She could go, for example, in a taxi, Yandex Drive, or somewhere, maybe bicycle. I don't know, but it was decision, and we unfortunately we can't change it before in the past, but we can do new decisions. So and it's interesting that sometimes real stories of the butterfly effect could bring a lot of alternative stories and alternative cases, and we don't always see how big a moment is right way. So did you ever have a moment where a short talk or a simple yes or no change a lot?
Oh yes, I do. I do have the story. It's I mean, it's quite serious one actually. So when I was a kid, I needed an operation. I needed a heart and the kidney operation, and the problem was that doctors in Karaganda refused to do this operation because it was too risky and too dangerous. And I mean, those conversations were going like for several years. I remember even a couple of times they hospitalized me, and then within the hospitalization, they were like, "Oh no, this is too risky. We cannot do it." So they've released me, right? And the thing that absolutely changed my life, it was a small talk at a hospital's like waiting room, where my mom and she talked to some random woman, and this random woman memorized that the new clinic was opened in Astana, just started working like for a couple of months, and she was like, the best surgeons are there, you should go like and check. And my mom, she after she, because it was like 2004, like people are not using internet at all. And my mom, she heard about this clinic. She wrote down the name of the clinic and the possible doctors she should go. She took me, and like a couple of days after, we went to Astana. And actually, those doctors found out how to operate me. They did it a couple of months after I had the operation, and that's why I'm here now. If
Wow.
this small talk didn't happen, I don't know what could happen to me.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
A very, very feelable story. But I also think that Anel has a lot of stories because she's teacher, English teacher.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think very simply to say some story, something like it was exam, and my student asked me, "Will you give me 80 points?" And she say, "No, 79." That's it. He just broke his life. No, Anel.
Actually, I could tell some stories from teaching, but I have better because I'm also a fortune teller. I can read tarot, and I actually had some clients helping people with decision making. That's very funny because actually I'm the worst people who can even decide something about their own life because I always struggle with the decision making part. I have to talk with all my friends, with my relatives, and then just randomly took the most appropriate decision. But actually, when I start doing my tarot reading career, I had a lot of clients, especially women, who have struggling with that. And actually, that's interesting how destiny, or maybe that's too low to say, but destiny actually can work because I can see the future only for no more than 6 months beforehand because everything depends only on the people who actually did the decision. Maybe it sounds like silly, but actually we just been watching the two random things or just when girls came to me with some questions, they always had some choices and I was helping them by looking before what will be going on next if they took one path or another. But the main decision was only on the girl who came to me. Actually, I saw the moments how they changed life just because they start believing in them. Just the small talk with me. Even if the fortune teller maybe is bullshit, who knows, yeah. But actually, the small talk with me just help them to cope with the problem. A lot of them were not in a big depression, but they didn't know what to do next and what they are going to do with their lives, and they just stuck on the same position. But when they came to me, they had some hope, maybe. Just and in the next 6 months, her life changed completely. She finally found the job she actually liked, even get married, had son, just because of that small talk with me. That was one of my successful clients. Maybe I'm trying not to reminisce about myself, like not remind them about it. Because if something, if everything in their life is okay right now, so I prefer not to write to them. But after a moment, after a year maybe, some of them came to me and told, actually, you helped me so much. Maybe that small talk with me on WhatsApp chat with this tarot reading, it helped them too much.
Just
I'm
imagine,
so
just
proud.
imagine, she can create a startup with sugar, where any guy can go and just install this application and just write. Like you can write your question to GPT, but you can write to Anel or another guy and ask, "Need I married for him?" No. Okay. Need I go to
I mean,
school, or maybe I need to go to any Japanese courses? Yes, you need to go.
previously we
It
were like
becomes
using
successful.
dandelions, right? Using dandelions, asking does they love me or like don't. So now we have an amazing Anel. Yeah, why not? We should be
You
working
just
probably
cannot
on
miss.
data privacy, but in general, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it really
Hello,
works
hello,
actually
Anel,
because
Anel,
we
Anel.
say,
I met a girl. Need I go to her? No. Okay. I go somewhere.
you need to go with me.
Yeah. I think sometimes we need
Yeah,
to
could be helpful.
give the right of choice another guy. I think sometimes it can help us. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of my close friends even try to check me. Like they didn't tell me everything about particular situation, but just have a look. Let's see what the cards will show, and they were just shocked, and me personally too, because I still like possess it as something of the kind of psychological treatment, because something that you can never admit even to yourself. You can like subconsciously undercover when you read the tarot cards. For me, that's kind of, but for some people, that's kind of mysterious, maybe. But sometimes it really works, and it scares me too much. Sometimes really something happened with that, because one day I was reading cards for my colleague, and we weren't in such good relationship with her, so she
Mm-hmm.
never told me about her ex-boyfriend. But he asked me to like have a through, and I saw some cards, and just a random thing that came to my mind, like he is keen on gambling, casino games, something like that, and his life is like a circle, just rising and falling, but falling too hard, almost to hell. And her reaction just, who's told it to her? Because she never told me, and I just don't know. I could see some bad addiction of that guy, but I never knew him, and that's really crazy sometimes. Maybe I should take a terrorist for next
Sugar,
check it.
sugar looks like. Oh, okay, great idea. Oh, okay. Just right.
No, my internet was not working well, and I didn't hear you well. That's why I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
what are they talking about?
Okay, guys, do you believe life is shaped more by big plans or by these small turns?
Small turns, definitely. Especially right now, I have no particular plans, but I took every situation that came to me. That's why I have a lot of hobbies right now, like dancing classes. Why not? Let's do it. Then I'd like to think, whoa, why not? I have to take a vocal classes, and then stand up performance. That was crazy because I never thought about it. But just occasionally, after 3 years, I've been stuck at my work, just only home work position between them. And then I uh, just triggered and focused on IELTS exam. I had no particular reason even to pass it, because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. But it's something that really woke me up, because I started to some even I'd like to become IELTS teacher, earn more money. So that's even small decision. Maybe it took everything just leading up with that. So that's kind of crazy, because in January I couldn't imagine I do that. But I don't know what I'm gonna do next. So I have no big plans for the some plans for till the 30 age or till 40. So that's strange maybe.
Okay, sugar.
Oh, it's exactly the same. So again, and 2 years ago, I thought that I would probably answer no, that it's all about big plans and mission and all about this. But 2 years ago, actually in August, so it was exact 2 years ago in 2023, I took a detox, like a digital detox, no conversations, no meetings, no even games or something. I was just reading books and mostly just having some rest for 2 weeks straight. And I did it initially. I was like, I'm going to find out my mission, because I quit the job. And I was like, I don't want to serve anyone's mission. I want to find my mission, right? I believe I didn't find it yet. I mean, I do stand-up comedy, yes, and I put some mission in it. But my stand-up mission is like to put Kazakhstan on a global map of comedy, right, in English. But I perfectly realize that it might not be me. Maybe you like Anel, maybe anyone else. And I just want to help this person probably to be on a top. So, I mean, I don't personalize it probably. So yeah, now I'm just like, I don't know what will happen, but there are some tasks that I need to work on. And if I work really hard on these tasks, I can like finish these tasks in 2-3 years. But then I'm like, of course, for example, I want to study, for example, masters. But I'm like, okay, if I won't be doing it, it's also not bad. Just live your life. What about you?
About me, so the first one is everything happens not without any reasons. Because we can do and think about different things, but all of this in connection with us, with our timeline, if I can say something like this. Yeah, and therefore I believe in a life is shaped more by big plans, not small turns. But yeah, we can't live without small turns, because sometimes we can have any situations like man just found a job and work there, but in 3 months without any reason he's fired, so and he needs to find another job. So, and it's a small turns, and it's something like unbelievable and how to say, undirectable. So he can't know about it. He can go there or there. No, never. So therefore, yeah, I more believe in big plans. Because when you have a big, it's like business plan in startup or somewhere, that step by step in your roadmap, you go there. After this, you got this. And yeah, if it never happened great, like your plan, so you can do little small turns, but most of all, you will follow your big plan. Yeah, something like this.
Wow, that's cool. I've been always jealous to that kind of people who have big picture of their life. Like, oh, mom, I want to be a rock star. And then occasionally he became a rock star.
We
So
have
I'm jealous.
real example. Shugyla, she says, "Oh, I want to say that Kazakh English stand up is great," and she's doing stand up in English.
Actually, that I learned probably from my life experience, that I was afraid also like of these big missions and plans. Probably why never connected to some like physical things. For example, like buying an apartment.
Ah.
Because I had some kind of big plan, And when I did it, so I bought like my apartment when I was 24-year-old, right, at 5 years ago. It's small in the countryside, but it's quite comfortable and cozy for my mom and to live in. And after this, I had some kind of a crisis because I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, that's done. It seemed like my life is over, you know? So never attach it to some like physical things that you can do easily, probably, because you can feel like lost after this. And it took probably around like 5 years for me to recover and to understand that I can do something also like bigger, but not exactly physical. Maybe, I mean, some kind of, some like philosophy in here, but the happiness is not about achieving, but pursuing the way. Like, I don't know. Pursuing it.
Yeah, that's cool. But for me, big plans is something kind of limits because when it turns out that I'm gonna be an English teacher, so I was about 19 years old, and I still remember that day because I was washing dishes, and then I realized, so what I'm gonna do with my life? Just working at school for 30 years, becoming that strict old lady who hates everyone, just wearing these glasses and this kind of things, like, and just that's all. Just after work, I have to check someone's stupid homework done with ChatGPT or something like, and that's all. So, and that moment, I realized that I would never go to school because I don't want to stuck in one place. So that's why I have kind of crazy job. So I work as an administrator of the educational center, but I have to be everywhere. Just sales manager, just office routine, teaching English, then teaching IELTS. But at the same time, I want to be kind of everything, just taking all the opportunities I have, and so I don't have big plans because maybe they scare me too much just with these strict limits. So in that moment, I realized I want to be just everything I could. But recently, I just dreamed of having my own small school, maybe online platforms teaching IELTS for everyone because that's something that I really want to do, changing someone's life. Just but I still now have big plans, big pictures.
It's funny that she just said that you don't want to go to school, and it would be very fun.
My own.
In some years we just see with Sugar Asher School exclusive, only best English teachers. And Anel,
Fortune teller.
it will be very fun. Okay, the next topic is
With this weird circle.
yeah, circle of life. So the next topic is love and other sparks of happiness. So as we know, love just lasts only seconds, but it stays in memory, and happiness often comes in short bursts, not long event. This flash remind us we are alive. So can you remember a moment when you loved so hard you cried? And what made it strong? Sometimes isn't the joke, but the people or the place can help this atmosphere. I know I can be the first, so I can say that the same feelings I got when I see the movie like The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman. Yeah, it was so fantastic. Yeah, this is the last time when I see this, when I feel this feelings in the same case.
When you laughed so hard that it made you cry. I
Yeah,
understand, right?
yeah, yeah.
Where did I cry last time?
Or
Yeah, kind
Anel,
of
you can go, yeah.
kind of challenging. Yeah. Um, kind of hard question because I laugh everywhere, every time. Just that's not so hard to make me laugh. To cry. Yeah, that's weird because. But the most weird thing I can remember just making jokes in my head. Just I've been in a bus driving to university. I can actually remember, but the joke in my head was so funny. I started to smile and just laughing, crying in this bus. Maybe that's stupid. Just I don't remember particular some moments, but that was the weird one because I had no reasons just to laugh too hard, but the joke in my head was so good. I can't even remember it. But personally, I am always trying to make people around me smile at least, just even if it's just the old man at the reception at my work office, just and I have to take them from the keys of my office, but I always try to say something funny to him just to make him laugh. That's kind of challenge of me, making people happy, and especially it's important on my work actually because I'm working with not this terror really, but also with teenagers about 17, 18 years old, and they struggling too much because of some stupid things like arguing with boyfriend, with their parents, and then they have to decide what they're going to do in the next period of life, like entering university. That's just the end of our life. Just girl, just chill out. That's not the hardest period of your life. Just take the decision that will not will make you good, yeah, but not bring another problem. So that's why I'm always try to have fun with, with teenagers.
I remember a moment from a movie, a comedy movie. So you can do people happy. Where's your power? They cry. And then I can do. For me, it's a little bit difficult to make people happy. So therefore, they cry about me. Sugar, what about you?
So I can say that I cried exactly, but it was bittersweet that I had after. It was after I watched Dave Chappelle's special on Netflix.
Something with your connection.
Working well.
Shugyla.
Okay.
Not yet.
My connection was not good. So after watching Dave Chappelle special, I laughed. I enjoyed again. No,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
again. Okay, let me rebrowse it.
It's interesting. She's left, but I heard her voice. The first time.
Echoes.
Yeah, I thought that she'll continue as a joke, but you just say that you can do people happy. I say, so what you can do? You say, I do them cry, and she say, after that I ask her, Sugar, about where's your power, and she say, I make them dance. It would be very fun. Okay, waiting for Sugar. I don't know what happened to all the podcasts. She has a very nice connection. I don't know what happened right now. Alleluia! Da 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 da.
I found out that Beeline is the worst one at this.
You need to make a Twitter post.
I don't use Twitter. So
Just look at this. I'm on a stream right now. My internet is lost.
probably this moment can make me cry because of bad connection, right? But yeah. So after watching Dave Chappelle's special, I loved it, but I also like felt bittersweet, and I actually understood how people like what kind of impression people get after my comedy shows, after my special, after watching my special, for example, because the feedback that I got was similar to the feeling that I had after watching Dave Chappelle. I'm not like claiming a professional point, no, but I claim exactly about bittersweet moment, because many feedback that I had from audience, from our guests, it's like, oh, we love your comedy, but it's like bittersweet. And I didn't realize it until I didn't watch Dave Chappelle special. I was like, oh, that's a thing. So probably this.
Okay, and the last topic for this day, technologies and last moments. So everybody right now using smartphones, laptops, and other type of technologies. Also smart watch. Oh my god, what is the shit? So, and as we know, phones help us capture moments also, but sometimes they stop us from living them. Sometimes social media turns moments into content. We often lose the present while trying to save it. So, have you ever felt you missed a real moment while trying to take a picture?
No, in my case, it's opposite. In my case, I'm the one who forgets about phone all the time. Especially when I'm doing something really cool, like, I don't know, attending to TEDx conference, for example, right? Or like something really cool, and I just totally forget. Or I meet some cool people and I absolutely forget to take a photo. And in this case, I'm living the natural. I'm living, experiencing it so good that I forgot to save it, and then I feel some that I missed this moment that I should have tried to save it, because it's so nice to remember it after all. Because my photo gallery in my phone is full of this, crazy branding around Astana that I have taken photo. I have this in my stories. I share like this is a crazy branding, and I share some crazy naming of like shops. I don't know, anything that I see. They're full of this, but I cannot really see, or like it's full of buildings or anything. But for example, if I'm looking for the photo of the event that I attended and it was so good, I cannot find it because I was living the moment. So I could say that, guys, if you're attempting to save it, save it. Don't worry. That's my take.
In my case, I just always think that we lost the moments all time when we go to the birthday. Listen, you have a cake with fires. So, and you want to feel this moment with your best friends, you crying that you're happy or something else, and you say, stop, I need to take picture. Fire lost. No fire, no cake, and you just say, oh fuck, it was bad birthday. So I think that it's a very popular thing when we can lost our great moments. Yeah. Anel, what about you?
Actually, I believe that smartphones and all of these things don't make our lives worse, because it actually help us to hold memories. And I can remember the joke like we have smartwatch, smartphones, everything is smart, but you became stupid. But as for me, that actually not. We just choose how to use it, and sometimes I'm a bit jealous looking at this teenagers, even at my center, like they're having fun, making TikTok videos, and they have holding the memories of their best moments, and I don't have such videos, such TikTok trends because I'm a big dinosaur. I can remember TikTok in my childhood, teenage era, but I regret that I didn't have such things because there are a lot of beautiful trends just to hold good memories with your friends. Maybe that's why I'm trying to post everything in my Insta stories. Like, if I don't post it, so I will definitely not remember it after a week, maybe. So I'm trying to post everything that's
That's
important for me.
that's so true, Annette. Actually, I mean, because I actually realized that I don't have photos from my 11 till my
Yeah,
15, 16-year-old. Maybe I have some that my mom is keeping, but there are no like digital photos of me,
yeah,
and
the
it's so
same.
important. I mean, it's the moment when I, especially like you were growing up, because I remember I have some photos when I was 15, 16, because we started using social media. And I remember this time when people mostly thought if I'm university student, and then something switched. And when I became university student, when I started my second year at university, I was 19. People started thinking that I'm a high school student, and I'm like, how? Where did it happen? This, and I'm so curious to see it myself. To take a look when I was like a little bit younger, and maybe see some other, maybe like differences. But I understood that no, there were just no photos of me in these years. So yeah, I also feel kind of envy because they have all those tons of videos and
Yeah,
photos. I'm not really sure if it's safe, but at least
yeah.
they have it.
But can actually
Uh,
imagine what
yeah.
you were old living? Yeah. And she's 17 years old dancing with this old friends. But now she's just about 70 years old granny. Yeah, that would be ridiculous, but funny also. And my part of life, about 14, 17 years old, just disappeared because my parents actually took a lot of picture. I have a lot of albums from my childhood era with these photos, physical photos, but no digital from my teenage era. I have only one photo, but just still wondering why I didn't took more photos when I had so much opportunities.
Yeah, yeah, and now not so much people want to take pictures like a selfie or with their friends because they just say, okay, we'll do this again next time without any problems. And after this, I just can imagine in some years, maybe this guy or another guy already 80 years and his children or grandchildren can ask, uh, Dad, what? Look at this 2020, 2021, 2022. What happens between these years? Why we see only 2028? What happened? I don't know, I just didn't take picture. It was unsocial life these days. Why we don't know what happens there? It's a big secret. No, no, no. It's just my memory. I really like this year. It's like big and trigger.
It's like I was part of historical events, so I was busy.
You don't know, but I was
Working on
like Superman.
FBI.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So it was the last question for this episode. So maybe feeling moments are not fleeting at all. Maybe the real story and everything else is the background. Today we saw that short seconds allow a look, a random meeting can live longer than whole years. They remind us that life isn't about waiting for something big. Life is already happening is these small sparks. Thank you, Shugyla Sagynbekova from English KZ, and Anel Asher from sharing your moments. And thank you, listeners, for giving us your viewers.
Thank you
So
so
this
much
was
for having us.
Kazi Chow's live podcast exclusively on the 828 platform. See you next time.